Mic check the
Hey,
bar
welcome,
report.
welcome to Cherries and Blunts, nigga.
Mic
Cherries
check.
and Blunts, nigga.
Welcome to the Getting Done hotline.
Oh my god.
I'm
Oh
T.
my
Cherries and
god.
Blunts, nigga.
It's your boy TC. With me on this episode, you got Larry, aka
Let me introduce myself, nigga, after Larry.
White Boy Scully over here.
Ah,
You got Clark over here, aka Bobby, a Pink Floyd, aka Super Dave, aka Jax from Mortal Kombat.
AKA, nigga, my mother renamed me, nigga. My name is Atula.
All right, Tula.
Yeah, you know what Atula means?
What that
here we
mean?
go.
There is no equal. When your mother renames you, there is no equal. You done made it. Cherries and Blunts, nigga.
Before we get into this episode, talk about this logic. I just got one question for y'all.
What's that?
I found this pontoon boat for about $500. I was wondering.
Dog, stop.
That was the last thing I was expecting to hear.
I was wondering if
Yeah, me too. Hey, me too. TC.
Okay, pontoon
Me too.
boat. Go ahead. Keep going.
we can go fishing. You can use it whenever you want. You know, take your family.
Dog, stop. This nigga is talking about personal situations, dog. Tell this nigga to stop.
I love you, cousin. So
Hey, we just want to know, do you want to put in on it, Larry?
we just want to know if you need it. You know,
We got like 15 niggas in for this $500 pontoon boat.
What is going on?
It's gonna be $10 a nigga a year.
You gotta go like a timeshare. Like,
I'm gonna text that nigga and be like, "Hey, I want this on this pontoon
hey,
boat."
bro, I want to get it for the 4th to the 10th. Let's go. I was like, hey man, you ain't put in your $10 last month.
You can't get it, my nigga.
Okay,
If you ain't putting in your $10,
you behind on your dues, cuz. Okay.
hey, but if we get 50 niggas in on it, we can buy a new pontoon
That's
boat.
what I'm saying.
every
Hey,
month.
no, but you gotta pay for the gas and everything. You know, you gotta
You
it's
just
gotta
gotta
go
go
into a
get
fund. You gotta have it as like a
Yeah,
or something like that. Like
that's what I'm
I can't
saying.
trust it with 50 people involved. I don't trust none of y'all.
oh man,
And second of all, I have no idea what type of debauchery may go down on this boat and who don't take care of things the way they should. I'm all set. Y'all can have fun with your dirty ass boat.
But $500, nigga, is that a boat?
I'm all set. I'm all
It's a
set.
liability.
I'm all set.
Oh,
Nah.
there's
Thank you
logic.
I appreciate the offer though.
I don't. Leave me out of that shit.
Oh, duh.
Pressure.
You said what?
This Logic album, No Pressure. I think this is our third time I think reviewing a Logic project.
Sounds about right.
Maybe.
The first time I'm happy about it.
Spoiler alert.
So this is the sequel to his debut album. and like the third or fourth album in like 2 years. This nigga had to mute us.
Oh my god. Oh man. That's funny. You alright?
Hey, we're back.
You alright?
Yes, we're back.
You sure?
Oh shit.
You good?
Okay.
Now I get you turn that humidifier on. Oh man.
So we got Logic album, his retirement album. He announced his retirement. And this is
At 15 years old.
You said at 15 years old.
Yeah, this nigga Logic is 15 years old.
I think he's like what, 30 now or something like
Yeah,
that.
I think he just turned 30. Maybe 30, 31. Hold on.
30 or what? Hamster years? This nigga looks so young.
He looks younger when he has hair.
He's 30 years old. Just turned
when he
30 on January 22nd.
When he don't, that nigga look like a Deadpool without a mask on.
Damn.
See that nigga look like an avocado, like that.
No, Logic the shit, man. I'm purely talking shit. I actually got respect for him just for one thing.
Yep.
When that nigga had the interview and was like, I don't hang with nobody. Like nobody. Like I stay in the house, me and my puppy and my fiance and my boys, and we don't fuck with nobody. I said quarantine lifestyle, nigga. I'll let you, man. I've been there.
Oh yeah. And so we get no pressure, and of course everybody was nervous because it's his last one, and of course, unfortunately, and you can tell with some of the bars that he got on here that obviously the critics have gotten to him on what they've been talking about on his last few releases. Because I mean, to be honest, they've been duds. Especially since he's been riding the wave of like his mixtapes earlier in his career, and then Under Pressure, and then Tits. Love that album, man. The Incredible True Story. But then it starts going downhill from there, and of course the memes and the jokes and the biracial jokes and everything, because that was a common thread that was going on. Hell, even back to some of the Young Sinatra shits about him being biracial. He became a running meme, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
So the nervousness, of course, everybody was wondering what were we gonna get with this, because I know he dropped like a No Pressure freestyle sometime last year to let everybody know that he was dropping a sequel to Under Pressure. So of course the hype is real. Sequels to people's beloved albums are always highly expected, and then of course people put too much into them because a lot of times you don't get the same result, and a lot of that's just driven from nostalgia. But you had some successful ones. You had Eminem's Marshall Mathers LP2 was pretty decent. You had Raekwon's Only Built for
Fire.
Was fire. You know. And then we get this. So what's your thoughts, Larry? Just right off rip from you hearing it.
I'm a big fan of it. It gives me that old school feel, that old school Logic feel, like back when you listened to Tits, like the original Bobby. Like that's what I felt. Like just for the sound, like even in his voice, right off the rip, like the tone of the music he set, and he wasn't just like, it wasn't like he's trying to do too much. It wasn't like he's trying to reach like he's been doing, like a few of his most recent albums. Like this was like, I came in with a plan, like this is the shit I want to put down. It's my last one. I'm about to go out with a bang. And I think he succeeded with that.
That's rambling too, man. I was so good to hear him not reusing a lot of bars that, you know, or filler bars that he had been using over the last few albums and mixtapes that he normally throw in. Who can relate? Oh,
yeah. Hey, Cuzzo, you frozen. Oh, there you go. You brought back. You just froze for like 20 seconds. You back? No, you good. You ain't even doing nothing. No, but I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Cherries and blunts, man. Cherries and blunts.
I was pleasantly surprised because of how, you know, I didn't really like the last few releases, and I'm glad this one had a much bigger uptick in quality. A lot of that is due to No ID during the production again on the album. So I was expecting, especially since he announced that he did it, a lot better production throughout the whole album, which I got, which I'm happy to say. One thing Logic does very well, even if you never pay attention to anything that he actually says, his music, he has a tendency of making it sound really good. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that makes sense. Like it sounds good. Not necessarily what
like acoustically, audibly. It sounds like it.
Sounds good. Like he has good mastering with his work, his albums. Beats are usually good.
Right.
Sounds good.
It's almost like really what's your favorite word? Was it melodic?
I guess I wouldn't really call him melodic, but I get it. But then one of the things that always plagued him was necessarily not his skill, because we already know Logic can rap. Is his writing. It's never too in depth. And this album, he doesn't explore anything even deeper than what he's used to. I think it's just put together a little bit better.
Yeah, well constructed.
And like you say, he ain't tried too hard with tracks like Clickbait and shit off the last album.
Yeah. Clark and Quiet.
Or if you didn't hear the soundtrack to the book he wrote, that shit's bad. That might have been the worst album of the year. It's no offense, Logic. I get what you were going for, but it didn't work.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't think I listened to it. Wait, did I listen to it?
No, you shouldn't have.
Okay.
Called Supermarket.
Young Terrell didn't ask me yet.
I'm asking you.
Well, I would say this. Exactly what TC actually touched on, which is he didn't sound like he was trying. He sounded like he was like, you know what? This is last one. Fuck it. I'm going to have fun. It was a effortless feel to it, effortless undertone, which made it easy to listen to. I hate to say melodic because melodic was said, but it was easy to listen to. I could tell he was comfortable. I fucking loved the energy behind it. That shit was just like, I turned it on, and from start to finish, I was just like this. Yeah. Like I actually fucking liked Logic again. That I started liking Logic, and then Logic was like, the fuck are you doing? Like he just kept on like forcing, like he was trying to make it for somebody or some critic. And when he did this one, it sounded like he made it for him.
Mm-hmm.
It sounded like he just made it to express his music, not like a point. Just like I want to make some fucking banging music. And that's what I felt like the whole time listening. I was like, oh, this shit nice. So, yeah. And it was not, it did not go too deep in the lyrics, but I wasn't looking for that. Like, I'm not looking for your plight as a individual.
He gave us a lot of that on his first album. A lot of his plight.
Right. I'm just looking for good fucking music. I mean, we got niggas who mumble rapping and talking about killing shit and wham and shit. And that's no knock on them. It's just that's not what the fuck I wanted to listen to ever. And so if I just listen to great lyrics, I'm fine with that. I'm happy. So he gave me that.
So what did you think of the elevator sample?
Oh yeah, I did hear that shit. Anytime I hear homage to great shit and you do a good job at it, you don't have to you don't have to top. Oh shit. Sorry.
Oh, you good.
You don't have to top the people who did it. You have to make it your own. And after the initial sound of it, he made it his own. When I first heard it, I was like, what the oh, okay. And I just started doing like this.
I think he made it his own because of the flow that was on there was pretty good. Of course, in the beginning, he copied Andre's flow. Yeah. But then he went into
his...
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, when I say a big verse, I'm only bigging up my brother. Bigging up my borough. I'm big enough to do this. I'm that thorough. Plus, my own flow is foolish. And that nigga's flow is foolish. So he could copy Dre because Dre is the shit. And they say big up. When a trash ass nigga tries to copy or doesn't know the lyrics, Rich Homie Quan. Sorry, it's a blunt. Rich Homie Quan. I didn't know Biggie, bitch ass nigga. Like when that happens, it angers me. But when you execute it in the fashion he did, I have no issue with geniuses quoting geniuses. Nothing.
His homages are like It reminds me of Game, almost. In terms,
okay, I can see that.
but I think Game does it way better. Of being
Well,
able
Game is
to borrow
fucking
something,
chameleon.
and yeah, Game's a chameleon. Like he has a way of like stealing like that track with Jeezy and he rapping just like him. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, but you also made it your own. At the same time, I think he does that a lot better than say Logic does, where he's borrowing stuff, where you can see where he's trying to be that chameleon, but it's like we don't get the chameleon. It's like, nigga, I can see you. You right there.
He's like, no, it is me, the chameleon.
and that's
Elise. Look, I'm Elise. No, my nigga.
That's been one of the things that people have said about him is that he hasn't found his own sound, and I agree with that a bit. It's like even his first album sounds track for track like he was trying to go after Good Kid, Mad City, and that was a big thing, and you can hear it, even with the little skits and stuff like that. That was with the hidden, with the little hidden meaning that he had about him and smoking throughout the whole Under Pressure album. Versus Kenny's whole story with the, him driving around with his friends and shit. It was like he was trying to do track for track the same thing. Even though that album is still really fucking good. But I get where the criticism comes from. Tits, on the other hand, that still borrows some stuff from Kendrick as well, but I think that was more Logic than any other album in terms of, for me, originality out of him. Just because of the whole space shit and finding a new planet, the storyline of it was kind of cool. The concept to it was kind of cool. And the music was really good. Then after that, of course, everybody became a meme. But this one, I like this one a lot, actually.
Definitely agree.
I say it nail on the head. How about that Spodio Doublelicious, though?
That's one of my favorite beats ever.
Bro.
Them horns always get me.
Every single time. Because when I heard GP4, I was just like, all right, I can get down with this. I'm like, I love it. And then this nigga snuck in Man I Is. I'm like, okay, I'm all right. This is how we talking. He was actually he's on some he's really on like some different on a different level on this than not like on like in a whole different rap scale, but like his from what he's been like just that from where he was and how he's like now we're here now it's like okay I feel just as I did when I heard you 8 years ago or whatever.
How'd you like DadBod? You got a video for that too.
I didn't see the video.
I like DadBod. That shit is great. People think that shit's whack. I think that shit's hilarious.
It kind of you saying that it's like DadBod.
It's funny.
Yeah, it is a little bit.
I feel like you need to pause after that.
DadBod.
Yeah. You need to pause.
I like DadBod. Pause. Yeah. It's dope.
I wouldn't even repeat that, but okay.
Yeah, just
you can let it go. It's cool.
Cool.
Next song. Next question.
Next song. Bail.
Hot route.
Somebody get the bucket. We on this pontoon boat right now.
Sent that nigga to the pontoon boat. But niggas is going when I want them to die. Going to the pontoon boat, buddy.
Track kind of, like I said, it explains his mindset of like where he is mentally, like his focus, and even that and Dark Place, where you can tell like music was kind of fucking with him, but now he has like a whole family that puts his priority into now. Music's secondary. It was driving him up a wall anyways. Of course, people talk about him. So I like DadBod for the fact that it shows him in a different mind space, and it leads to his retirement, which makes sense mentally. Not a lot of rappers can really say it. The question is, does he mean it? Do you really think he's retiring? Do rappers retire? Do musicians retire?
I mean, what was it?
No, they just.
Didn't he retire last album? What was the album before?
Who?
Didn't he retire that to Logic?
Nah.
Yeah, that one goodbye track. It's like thank you, thank you, thank you. What the fucking album was that?
Nah.
That wasn't a I'm retiring, I'm out song.
Nah. You talking about Young Sinatra or you talking about
I can't remember. It was one of his not so great albums they put out recently.
That was all the ones in the middle. The whole middle was right.
Nah, as far as I know, this is the first time he's ever said anything about actually retiring. And then, of course, he signed the Twitch deal. No one knows specifically what that means. Just worth, it's just worth a good amount of bread.
Was it what? No, it was it Last Call on YSIV?
I told you it had to been Young Sinatra that you was talking about. No, I think he was saying goodbye to that series because that was the last Young Sinatra album that he was putting out.
Okay, fair point.
That album is decent though. You know what I'm saying? It's got some good tracks. None that are. There's probably one that's terrible, but the rest are decent to okay, and a couple that's good. The track with Wale kills that shit.
You actually said something nice about Wale.
I did, and I'm not a fan. But
yeah, I know. That's why did you not hear shock and concern in my voice?
No.
You okay? You got the Rona?
It's like Wale or Cole. Wrong podcast for this. I'm sorry.
I'm okay with that because I mean I'm like yeah whatever. Like no, like him nor hate him.
You talking about Wale?
Yeah.
Oh no. Wale that nigga. He fucking hilarious. Wale reminds me of the real nigga that has real problems and like just can't help but show them.
That's like
a dentist.
Like Joe.
He's
Butt.
like a lightweight.
This nigga frozen now.
Uh-oh. Battery go dead.
Hold on. Play the Logic track with him and Gucci Mane. No.
Okay.
Don't do that. So this album opens up. We got Orson Welles doing the beginning, and then we got I think it's Orson Welles again at the end. Like forever amount of minutes and shit. That's just like 6 minutes. I'll never listen to that shit again. The little weird subject matter. I get, the subject matter being relevant to today's issues that's going on. I was just trying to figure out where does any of that fit? Theme of the album. And the only thing that I can see was that the fact that he opened up with it. He had to close it with it, I guess. The bookend and shit.
I mean, if you put shit on top of the sandwich, you got to put shit on the bottom. That's what makes it a shit sandwich.
It wasn't bad though. It was misplaced. I like the beginning part.
Like fucking ridiculous.
Like his course.
Just make this shit sandwich. Nah, I dug it though, man. Not this Orson Welles shit. I'm talking about just the fact that he did what the fuck he wanted to, and if he wanted to put Orson Welles on the bottom of that shit and on the top of it to make it a shit sandwich, then I guess we ate a shit sandwich.
There's a couple of tracks.
It was some quality. It was some quality substance on the inside that made me bob my fucking head the whole album.
He could have took off A to Z. That could have came off. Heard him say could have came off because that was pretty much repeating a lot of tracks that was already there. Like he was literally repeating. Yeah.
Let me ask you an important question.
Ask away.
What the fuck would you take off?
I would take off.
What is the $500 pontoon boat? Is it A to Z or is these fucking Orson Welles skits?
I would leave the Orson Welles skits and take off A to Z. I would take off Heard him.
Wow. Why are you A to Z? Like I'm just waiting for you to give me a valid excuse on why you would like to take A to Z off. Like I haven't heard.
Why is A to Z the $500 pontoon boat?
He's literally not rapping about nothing. It's literally just what's the word? The dude that's sitting here giving you the individual letters and shit is like it's just there specifically for him to rhyme some random shit to.
Oh.
It serves no other purpose. And some people hate perfect. For some reason, I like Perfect, even though it don't fit.
Perfect's not bad. It don't fit. I said it don't fit.
No, it doesn't fit sonically at all. But the transition to it is still dope to me, and the street sample is always great to me. So I don't hate it, but it don't fit whatsoever. But we got 15 tracks. He could have tightened it up.
So you saying 13 and 15 are, or is it 13 tracks? It's 15?
No, there's 15 tracks. They're all songs.
Okay, so 15 tracks, and out of 15, 13 of them were supposed to be on the album. He could have tightened up how many more?
If I was to, like I said, if I was to tighten up anything, heard him say A to Z and maybe 5 hooks, and it would have boosted it up a little bit more if I was actually scoring that.
So it just what?
Bad.
So 12 of them was on point.
Yeah, they were solid.
That's a high fucking percentage.
Yeah, he did a good job. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I was happy. I was so pleasantly surprised just for the fact that I was disappointed the last 3 reviews. I even ordered the vinyl. Give him a nice sending parting gift.
You just order. You see, maybe you should just like order vinyl all the time, and it'll be a good album.
Nah, I don't order vinyls on everything.
Yeah, just like the ones you want it to be a good album, just order it. It's working so far.
I don't know why. This nigga Clark gonna stop wearing that merchandise to my house.
Look here, that nigga said that shit, and I had to really wonder what this nigga was talking about. Like, I thought I was about to have to fight my cousin. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Stop wearing that shit to my house. I was like, what the fuck is going on? But then his wife told me, don't ever put my fucking pillows on the ground again. I was like, okay, these niggas just in a mood. It was great though. It was fucking hilarious.
Wait, you posted them up, and then your wife posted them up.
I looked at this nigga was like, yeah, cuz don't wear that bullshit in my crib no more. I threw up.
Hey, Larry, you know why I didn't bat an eye? Because I had the Roscoe on me with an extra clip. And Mia did not have her gun nowhere to be seen. So all I'm saying is pop shit. I don't pop shit. I pop pistols. So yeah, they posted me up nice, but they was trying to post up Shaq in his prime. So I was just like, cute. Nah, they my favorite shit talking cousins, nigga. Definitely my favorite shit talking cousins. Nigga, Mia said, don't put my fucking pillows on the fucking floor. I was like,
straight face? Straight face?
Oh, no, gangster, HP face. She went hardcore Henry on me, my nigga. It was actually dope.
I'll do it.
It was actually pretty dope.
So
I forgot I had my Roscoe.
How long do you think before we get another Logic album? He says he's retired, but
4 years? 3?
On this album, he's brought up the Ultra 85 project, which has been a recurring thing of an album that was supposed to be his last album that's supposed to drop, and he's brought it up again on here with Ultra 85. And supposedly that is partially done already.
He's going to rap about his child. Do not fucking let that nigga lie to you. He is coming out to rap about his fucking child because who wouldn't want to rap about their new child after they've been through a bunch of unhappiness? That nigga is coming out with dad rap. I'm betting you money.
It's funny.
He's not gonna rap about marriage because he doesn't. He's gonna mention it, but he's gonna rap about that fucking kid.
It's funny you bring that up because, like on Budden's podcast, Parks, I hear him in the background say it was a good album, but he'll never listen to it again. You know, because the subject matter is really not for him. Like he don't want to hear about Logic going to the store. You know what I'm saying? Shopping. You know what I'm saying? What was he at Target on DadBod or something like that? I just find it interesting. You talking about him talking about his kid. I'm like, is it? I'm trying to think. What was Is this one of them instances where you can't relate to it, or I don't know how to word it. It's kind of like the Eminem thing, where people say Eminem's whack because they can't relate to the shit, and it's like, do you really got to relate to everything? Like, because nigga, you ain't never sold drugs in your life, but you sure bobbing your head to that shit. You know,
Who ain't never sold drugs?
man, it's not to get into that highline, or is it?
No, I'm just asking. See, that's the thing. I find out that a lot of niggas sold drugs, stolen merchandise, a lot to get by, stole shit from their job. So it's not the exact relatability.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a black male from fucking Detroit, Michigan. I don't want to slap, rape, or kill my mom. Like, I'm cool with her. Me and my mom are actually tight. Like, we solid. So I don't relate to that, but at the same time, I can relate to genius and good lyrics and good writing skill. So I think people, they lack
Can't you relate to being?
imagination. Huh?
Can't you relate?
what?
Go to the store, being a dad, shop. You famous. You don't want to talk to fans, but you don't want to be
Nigga,
mean.
that's my regular life. I'm not even famous. I just don't want to talk to people. Niggas talking about like that nigga's talking about that quarantine life. But as a regular life.
Nah.
Yeah, but niggas want to talk to people. That's it. That's the difference.
I think
y'all cool though.
And what people consider shit that they want to listen to, what they relate to or not. And I'm like, is the music good? Yes or no?
They don't know. That's the question. They listen to Lil Baby. Ain't nothing wrong with Lil Baby.
I was gonna say, you brush your teeth, Lil Baby.
Hey, and until that nigga does the Kerry Hilson snarl. Everybody knows that shit when Kerry Washington. Kerry Washington? It's Kerry Washington.
Entertained by this face you're making right now. And the world.
That looks like Kerry Washington.
That shit? Yeah, Kerry Washington. That's what it is. Not Kerry Hilson. I don't even know who the fuck Kerry.
Kerry Kittles? Oh.
Kerry Kittles.
We don't know.
So would you recommend this album?
Would you recommend this album?
Yeah, I'd recommend everybody take a listen to it.
All right. Yeah, I agree.
Now, what would you recommend it for, like mood wise?
Very good question.
I'd have it as background music. I'd have it as
excellent.
I can see somebody exercising to this where they're not trying to focus too
strenuous.
You know,
mm-hmm.
Cleaning up the
like
house.
A jog.
Like a jog.
Like
jog music.
Jog.
Yes, jog music.
I would say, driving to work, but not right now. Yeah.
I think easy listening, but interesting. I think this is a trip through Whole Foods when you are despising the gentrification, but simultaneously you love the good produce that it brings. I think that's where we're at. That's what this album sounds like to me.
Jesus.
Fuck gentrification, but these are some good Asian pears. Oh, the fuck I'm saying. Fucking Asian pears are banging, my nigga.
Wow.
So, Larry, go ahead and close it out.
Well, I think this. I would definitely recommend this. I don't know. I actually don't shop at Whole Foods. I actually only been at Whole Foods once in my life, so I don't know what that feeling is like.
You listen to the album, you do now.
I'll take your word for it. But now this is.
You saying this album Burbia, nigga?
No, this album's tight. Now this is something I probably do while, like you said, background music if I'm working. If I'm cooking, I can go ahead and whip up some shit off this. Though? I mean, hey, it don't matter. It don't matter. The only thing that matters is the wrist works. That's all that matters. So
Look at the flip of the wrist.
I'm not. Nah, actually, I would not barbecue to this. I ain't barbecuing. I gotta be like in the kitchen, like doing some shit.
No, you could barbecue with this, but only if you were putting raisins in your potato salad.
Jesus Christ. I would hope Logic's not a raisin in the potato salad guy. He is black.
If he is, hit that nigga with a brick.
He is black.
Yeah.
Even though I like it. But neither do I. So there you go.
Yeah. This is a good album. Definitely should listen to it. And I think it's worth an hour. It's worth an hour spent.
Yeah. And we're going to wrap that shit up. That's Logic. No pressure. Let us know how you felt about this review down in the comments down below. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Hit the bell if you want to hear us again. And we'll see y'all on the next one. We out. Peace.
Bong, bong, nigga.